Miriam is the founder of San Diego Picnics, the sold out Instagram worthy pop up picnics for all over the city. She's sharing her insights on best picnic practices, her secret to the best picnic food, and her life as an entrepreneur. Welcome, Miriam.
Thank you. Hi.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you on. So, can you first tell me what is your favorite charcuterie?
My favorite charcuterie item is definitely cheese. You can experiment with different cheeses. There's lots of options with like infused flavors on them. So it can definitely spice up the cheese board a lot.
Oh, wow. Infused flavors on them. Like, what does that mean?
There's some, like for example, I was using some in August that had papaya in them or Merlot tones, like the wine, and berries. I think there's some fall ones that we're gonna be using pretty soon as well. It
Oh
has like
my
cinnamon
gosh.
in it, yeah.
That sounds
But
amazing. Wow. Okay, what is your go-to cocktail?
my go-to cocktail, there is always an option. I always remember this one cocktail that I had in a restaurant at a winery. It was like infused with espresso. I don't remember the name of it, but it was so good. And it had a lot of flavor to it. It was pretty strong notes on it, but it was really, really good. And of course, you can never go wrong with just like a margarita with like infused mezcal mixed on it.
Incredible. Yeah. And so you're from San Diego. Have you always lived there?
Yeah, I was born here and have always lived here, so I'm pretty familiar with the city as well.
Oh, awesome. Oh, what's your favorite part of San Diego?
My favorite part of San Diego, I think, are the parks, the
Okay.
museums. Also, within driving distance, you can go to the mountains, the beach, the desert as well. So you have like lots of options too. It's very versatile city, definitely.
So like all the different places that you can picnic to.
Yeah,
Take you to
definitely.
every park. What is your favorite place to picnic?
My favorite one, it's either Balboa Park or Mount Telebat. Mount Soledad has stunning views of La Jolla. You can see like the beach and the city down below. And Balboa Park is just a pretty iconic place to visit when you're
Oh,
here.
wow. So, how did you end up starting your picnic business? Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. So I started in, I was furloughed from my job, and I was home for a couple months like everyone else.
Yeah.
And I was looking, photography was kind of non-existent at that point. You know, everybody was staying at home. um, I had done a couple proposals last year and the year before where I will help the guys kind of set up, do a little cute setup, you know, based off Pinterest photographs to propose to his girlfriend. And every time I would do those, people will always ask me at the location I was doing them if I only did them for pictures or if I could offer them, you know, just for regular people trying to have a date night. And I always just kind of like said, no, not yet. I don't really do that. I just do photography. But while I was at home, I just thought like I had a lot of friends that were telling me like their anniversary dates or their trips got canceled.
Mm.
So they were just like, oh, we can't do anything. Restaurants were not being open. So that's kind of how kind of something clicked there. I'm like, oh, well, you guys can have a picnic, but we'll make it nice and romantic. And I started telling some friends, I'm like, hey, do you guys want to model for me or I'll give you guys one. I did have some pictures from the proposals, which are the ones that I posted at first, but
Oh, awesome.
yeah, so I posted those. Like if you see my Instagram, you'll probably see those at the beginning. But I did offer it to friends, and then slowly just went from there. And yeah,
Wow. And now you've been so sold out. You're like all over the city. What's been your favorite picnic that you've planned so far?
um, well, I just do the most recent one that I just did this weekend. The couple was really really grateful. I did my most elaborate one, the boho at the Windansea. It was a really nice day. They got a stunning sunset, and it was a surprise for him for their anniversary date, and
Oh,
they loved.
wow.
Yeah, it was really really nice day. She was so grateful. Like she sent me a cute little video that she made from her date. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so it's it's kind of nice when you see that end result of how they enjoyed it, and you see their pictures and their videos.
Mhm. What do you think makes the perfect picnic?
I think what makes the perfect picnic is definitely having a good location
Hmm.
that has a good sunset, and also a good cheese board that has really good options, trying to eat something that's like finger foods and enjoy a view and being with your significant other.
Hmm. Do you have like secret food tips that we should all be trying? Like what should we put on that cheese board?
I would say definitely go with the seasonal cheeses that there is at the stores, local stores. I am obsessed with like the ones that Trader Joe's offer. They have really, really good items on there. So if you just like go to the cheese section and check those out, you can definitely find some really good options there.
Oh, that's awesome. And what has been the most difficult part about starting a new business?
I think the most difficult part was it did take off really well. So right now, I did manage to find a team to help me. So that was the most difficult part, finding people that kind of were interested in offering those services and helping me, because I realized I couldn't do that by myself.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, just like realizing that I can't handle everything, and I need help, and just asking for help and finding other people that have those qualities that can, like, bring in those qualities to the business.
Oh, amazing. And do you still offer like the photography with the picnic as well? So you're doing both of your passions?
Yeah, I do offer them. I have done a few of them as well, like as photography options. So I enjoy that a lot. It is a little bit more tiring to do both, but it just the end result. It's very satisfying. Like I really enjoy, setting up and taking them pictures. And that I not only do I do them on the picnic, I also showcase like the landscape and the scenery as well.
Oh, lovely. And you said like you've had like some proposals that you've helped arrange. Can you talk a little bit about those? Like tell us like the most romantic one.
The most romantic one. Well, they're all pretty romantic because we've done it on the beach, and we wait till like the perfect lighting time, sunset time. Um,
Wow.
I think the most interesting that I just photographed was a couple months ago, I think in June, like right when COVID was still, we were still a stay-at-home shelter. Um, it was interesting, trying to plan that one because they wanted family to see
Oh,
the
wow.
people, but we weren't really allowed to have a lot of people there, so we had to choose a location. I think I chose a downtown one, where everybody could stay, looking at a safe distance, but still kind of like celebrate with them from far away. So it was a really interesting way, and then trying to have those masks on while we photograph and they propose. So it was definitely interesting. It's one I will remember for sure because it was during this weird times.
It is definitely a weird time, but it sounds like you've been making the most of it. Just like starting a new business and like it's really taking off. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So something we always ask on this podcast is what is your definition of womanhood?
Definition of womanhood. I think it's mostly having a community that supports you, definitely having friends, in your family, the women that represent your family and how they look at you, and obviously not being in a competition with everyone. So I just really, I'm a from reliving community. So uplifting other women, not bringing them down, and supporting them and their entrepreneurs. So I've always looked for those women that are starting businesses or they believe in something. I want to support them. So definitely community over competition and not getting into those traits that can definitely make you harm in the long way.
That's awesome. And if you had any advice for a woman just like walking down the street, what would you say to them?
I would tell them to definitely be confident, and if you have an idea or just kind of something in your heart that you really want to do, but you're doubting yourself, definitely go for it. And there will be people that will support you. And it's just taking that first step that's going to be the hardest. But once you do, you'll see that it's definitely worth it.
That's awesome, Miriam. Yeah, and that's definitely what you did. Like, just take that first step with this new business, and it's really paid off. It's amazing.
Thank you. I'm so
Um,
happy.
yeah. And how can people find out about your business? Where should they go, and how can they contact you about setting up a picnic?
You can go to our website, sandiegopicnics.com. We're also on social media on Facebook and Instagram, and of course TikTok.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Miriam?
Um, yeah, we're launching soon our fall picnics, and we're about to release all of our videos and photographs for those. So hopefully we'll get people interested in those, along with the beach picnics, because those are pretty sold out for the next few months. So I'm offering
Wow.
something else, just a good experience with also iconic San Diego views.
That's awesome. Wow. The fall picnic. That sounds so lovely.
It's
Yeah.
also my season.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on, Miriam. It was so nice to get to talk to you.
No, thank you. Thank you.